And then he's going to go up to he came out of college.
Well, it's official. I'm going to give you a little bit more information now from what's going on with me medically, because I wanted to wait till I talked to a doctor to either get confirmation or what have you. Now, nothing crazy serious. Let's get that out of the way right away. So I went in for my surgery on September the 10th, and they asked me if there was anything else going on, something else to address while I was there. I was like, well, I think my blood sugar has been really high lately. I've never had a way of checking it, but I've been having some numbness in my toes, and unfortunately, like, my father is a full-blown diabetic. If you've watched our videos in the past where I've gone to Oregon to check on him, that's the main reason. He's a full-blown diabetic who really doesn't take care of himself. So they said, okay, well, while you're here, we'll check your blood sugar. So just to give you an idea, what your blood sugar should be is 100 or right around there. You don't want it too much lower, you don't want it too much higher. Mine was 260. Yeah, that's pretty high. So I got 4 units of insulin, and that brought me down to about 200. So the reality was the blood sugars weren't really a concern as far as my doctor goes for the surgery that I was there for. But he obviously advised you should probably really get checked out by your primary care. Here's the reason I want to make this video. I'm one of those atypical people. I don't go to the doctor unless I absolutely have to. So I've been putting it off, and I've known stuff's been wrong for a while. I've just chose to ignore it. Because the main reason I decided to go to the doctor was get my blood pressure checked out. A little background on that, I have always had high blood pressure, even as a young kid who was in shape and played basketball 12, 14 hours a week. That's what I originally wanted to go there for, and the possibility of being diabetic, which I know I say possibility. When I heard that my blood sugar was 260, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion at that point. Well, shout out to my mom to help me find my primary care, because it's one of the few adulting things I just never opted to do. Didn't care enough. Sounds bad, but it's true. So when turned out, my friend Eric, we've seen on this channel here over at Presidio Comics, he actually goes to the same doctor, which was really cool. So he came highly recommended. And sure enough, we spent about 45 minutes talking about it. They actually did my blood work some blood work right there. They checked my, I don't know these terms yet, but the blood sugar levels. And they said, 6.5 and over is considered diabetic, so that's not great. I was a 10. Ironically enough, my blood pressure was sky high when I got there because I do have white coat syndrome. But once I got talking to him, got comfortable, they did it, and my blood pressure was normal. That's my kind of announcement. What today was kind of so hard. I found out I am diabetic at this point. I'm surrounded by a lot of people who are as well, and being supportive. Even before the doctor's appointment today, I've tried to go mostly sugar-free. I say mostly because sometimes you don't realize it till it's too late. Like, I shared a mini bag of Gushers with Charlie the other night. I had like 4, he had like 4. Those like little teeny tiny ones, but that's just pure sugar. I should have known better. I'm be better about that. Cutting out carbs is the hard thing, because that's going to be the hardest part about these videos now too, because one of my favorite things to do on this channel is the Great Southern Arizona Pizza Crawl. Really can't be eating pizza a whole lot now, at least not the bread and the crust, which is the best part. So that's going to be hard. But this is a lifestyle change too. He told me he wants me to see me exercising more, which I use the excuse of my last surgeries to cut out a lot of exercise. It was an excuse. There are certain things I can do, which I'm starting tomorrow. I'm going to look into doing a lot of it again, finding the tools to do it. Because I was an athlete at one point. Like, I ran for fun. Now if I'm running, it's because something's chasing me. And even then, depends on how big and scary it is, how far I run. So I got to make some lifestyle changes. He said, try to do something that's, aerobic, or, to get, your blood flowing. I was like walking around Disneyland? Is that a prescription? Because we're going back in November, and he kind of chuckled and said, yeah, you can do that. But I would recommend walking every night, stationary bike, things like that. So that's the stuff I'm looking into doing now. Because I'm not going to really let this change a lot about me. Yes, the way I eat and maybe some of my other restrictions, like for exercise and all that, but not what I want to do and the things I want to accomplish. In fact, this just gave me ideas for some more content that we can shoot for this channel, including like people like me who are stubborn, to inspire them to go out and also to figure out how to manage as I go. Because like right now, there was basically 4 of us in the family looking at the directions being like, all right, I got to take insulin tonight. How do I do that? Not how do I do that, but like, what's the amount? Because I could have sworn in my head he said between like 1 and 3 units, but on the directions I got from the pharmacist that my doctor transcribed, it says 15. So I gotta look at that. Yeah, this is a big change. I guess join me on this journey. It's not going to be a lot. We're not going to, beat people over the head with it. But the fact is, it's now part of my life, which this documents my life. I got to do it for various other reasons too. And I can think of 2 specifically. Well, 3 specifically. I guess take a ride with us and see where this journey goes. We're going to control this. We got this. Hope I got this. We got this. Thanks for taking a ride with us. Please take more rides with us. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. Find out what's going on for it as far as like comic book stuff. I just talked about these ones here. And other things we got going on. Bye-bye, everybody. Got an owie. They pricked me.